sometimes you must do a video ugqoke leather because the maskebenga in you always wants to rise. Because the years of the return brother wants to shine. Guys, sometimes you must just wear a leather so that you know, ubabonisa ukuthi ya mina ngibordeva ngihundrifa ngidlala ku fence mina njump gate ngivuliwe ngithi mina ngicima i-main switch kune Eskom phakathi ilungisa ama cable ngithi mina ke ngagibela i-train yes wena ngithi gibela i-Davidson to Park Station 8825 egibela ngo-20 to 8 ekseni yibo loyo hundrifa bordeva. Yeah, my mom is like lo mntana yini yazi mina uPoppy ukhathele yimi yazi uPoppy i-ex yeka Richard. Yeah, Richard's pay. She's really up to here with me. Oh girl, that ain't my problem. I'm just here since 1992, baby girl. What's going on, Sims? What are the deep issues? Sissy, I am Sims and it's at The Right Sims on Instagram, so please follow your sister. Yeah. Follow umntana kaPoppy, guys. Follow umntana kaPoppy. Okay, management, here is a quick shout out to psychologists, social workers, student counselors, and everyone working in the mental health and education sector. You guys are doing amazing, okay? Especially in Gauteng, Pretoria, Cape Town, Belleville. I recently found out about an in-person LGBTQI plus inclusivity workshop that is CPD accredited. All 4 points Sananandiva ethically approved by the HPCSA. The organization is called Azania Diversity and their workshops are honestly a game changer. African-centric and South African relevant. You will get real practical tools on supporting queer and trans clients, students or patients, not just the textbook stuff. Plus, it is a safe, engaging space to ask questions and challenge assumptions. It is run by queer professionals with lived experience and backed up by solid research, which I love. The workshops are only happening in Pretoria and Belleville, so if you are in those areas, please check them out. You can visit their website to book and get more information. It's an investment in your consultation, practice your ethics and your community. Let us show up and do better this International Pride Month and Mental Health Month. And it doesn't end there, okay? For the first 5 people that have watched this ad and ran to Azania, I will leave their details in the description box down below. Email them and say, Sims sent me, you will get 100 rand off. So do the right thing and run over there to be part of the first 5 people to get 100 rand off. But even if I were to 100 rand off, support. It's International Pride Month and Mental Health Month. Okay. Now let us get into today's video. You know what shocked me? You know what shocked me yesterday? It's not yesterday, I'm lying. Whenever the last video was. You guys didn't know that the Mehlomakhulus were no longer together, okay? Like, I saw some comments and people were like, what? The Mehlomakhulus? Yes, it's just that there was no official big announcement or there were no stories on our YouTube channels and commentary channels. But yeah, guys, we saw Ulebu like doing the solo thing for the longest time. It's been a while. So yeah, it seems like things are just not combo. It's more solo. And for the people that say I am blaming a defining channel for people's divorces, that is absolutely not true. All I am saying is that most relationships that were on Defining Channel are in the graveyard, and Defining Channel is a love channel. What the thing could be is that a lot of relationships that were on Defining Channel like were premature, you know, like they hadn't like had the years backed up by experience and growth in their relationships, you know that pulling force. Because even me myself, I was not on defining channel, but I'm in the divorce court myself, so sometimes I think maybe like it's that growth and maturity that relationships just need to experience on their own, before we start becoming a life coach and relationship coaches. But also, guys, some of us, when we are in relationships, we want to tell the world, like even if it's a 1-minute relationship, we want to tell the world. So now I blame no one for going on defining, because I really truly understand when you think you found the one, you want to keep it up roof and tell everyone. So I understand, because I am part of that gang, and I don't think I'll ever stop proclaiming, even if I went on one date, oh, that's my man and I'm gonna stick by him. That's some of us, guys. I know a lot of you are like, keep things private. Kunzima, especially more taking data. Yeah, 3 megabytes. Kunzima. It's hard to keep things offline, guys. Now, Mihlali and Modika. Is there something in the water? I don't know. I am not sure. But listen, a lot of South African influencers and celebrities were invited to the recent NBA games, right? So Mihlali posted a picture looking all cute and giving wag vibes. And then she was like kicking it front row seat. And then Modika said, kicking it courtside. When you're on if I can't pronounce it or I am stuttering, it means I've never been invited or been there. Yeah, but when you're there in the basketball places, it's courtside. So Eva was correcting Mihlali and saying kicking it courtside, But that comment was very quickly removed. I don't know if it was by Mihlali or by Eva, but unfortunately, screenshot very fast, very quick with that one, So I don't know. It was her correcting her or her being shady, but guys, you know what she meant. You know what she meant. Anyway, you spell it, she attends it. And yes, now let us talk about the topic of the day, the debate that is currently going on. Sleeping around versus fat and set. If you don't know what fat and set is, it is an Afrikaans marriage where you and the boy decide to stay together without any legalities or lobola involved, yeah? You just decide, my love for you is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our parents can go to hell. What lobola? No, you can have me for free type of vibes, okay? There is a beautiful girl. Her name is Tifelo, right? Tifelo is a TikTok content creator. She's 22 years old and she resides with her boyfriend. Their relationship is very cute, okay? And then this girl preaches a lot of confidence as a woman, as a young woman, have a lot of confidence for yourself. She just has a lot of relationship and self-improvement content. Now the other day, she decided to turn her camera on and address women that are slipping around.
You sleep around because you do not love yourself. Unfortunately, our generation has really normalized hookup culture. We have normalized sleeping around and sleeping with people that you don't even know. People go to the club nowadays, they meet someone that they're physically attracted to, and then they just sleep with them. Don't get me wrong, I am all for sexual liberation, okay? But the rate that our generation is going, firstly, there are so many reasons why you shouldn't be sleeping with someone that you just met. As cliche as it sounds, you do not know them. You don't know what diseases they carry. You don't know what energy they carry. You know nothing about them. You only know as far as they have told you about themselves. Also, being a man that sleeps around does not make you the man. I promise you, we are way past that. If you are a man that sleeps around, we see you the same way that you guys see a woman that sleeps around. It's so crazy how this thing is only imposed onto women and it's rarely ever imposed onto men. Every time a woman sleeps around, they're going to say that she's very easy. And you know who says all these things? You guessed it, men. Almost every person that I've ever spoken to that has been partaking in sleeping with a lot of people that they don't know always says, I am just a girl, or I am just in my 20s. Your 20s are for living. Don't get me wrong, your 20s are for living, but there's a fine line between you living and you ruining your future. You can live, you can go go out and party and do all these things that you want to do, but you don't gotta take it that far every time. I've never spoken to anyone who used to sleep around who actually said that they would do it again. I'm not saying that your 20s should be boring, but I'm saying that there's more to your 20s than you being a victim of hookup culture. Right now, I'm specifically talking to my girls, okay? You don't want to look back at your 20s and all you did during your 20s was chase after men and sleep around, okay? Because I promise you, some of these mistakes that we make in our 20s are irreversible.
Today, you are with Olani. At 3 o'clock, you are with Togozane. At 7 o'clock, you are with John. Next week, you go to the club. Because this boy did this dance move. This boy danced like this. Now you think, woo, I want him. And then he also wants you. And then you guys do a private part collaboration. You are going to the club. You are collaborating private parts with this one. Next week, this one's boss is in this one's bed equipment. Like, you understand, they're sleeping around basically. You are here, you are here, you are there, you are there. So she was like, it's wrong. That thing is wrong. You know, the problem is that people don't watch Soul Seat because it's no longer on our TVs. People don't watch Soul Parties because it's no longer on our television screens. People don't know intersections. Yeah? Or you're not just sleeping with that person. That person slept with the Makato, Tapsengi, Rosie, Sim. I didn't sleep with the Jonathan. Never. Me. But you understand the gist. So people were like, that is very rich of you to say when you are addressing a different sin while you yourself are committing a different sin. You cannot talk about a certain culture when you are also perpetuating a different culture. That is all in the same genre.
People trying to come at me for living with my boyfriend at the age of 22 will always be the funniest thing to me, alright? The other day I posted a video where I was like, you sleeping around shows a lack of self-love. When I tell you that I got a lot of comments from people who are like, let people do what they want to do with their bodies. You live with your boyfriend and he hasn't married you, so we're not that different. What? If you feel defensive at the fact that I said that sleeping around means that you don't love yourself, I am justified to think that you are sleeping around. Then you coming here and saying that you and I are the same is the funniest thing ever. Because yes, I do live with my boyfriend, but guess what? I am actually sleeping with my boyfriend, not multiple men. So yeah, we are quite different. I just need people to understand that you cannot shame the shameless, okay? I do not need to live with my boyfriend. I want to live with him. You absolutely cannot shame me for the things that I chose to put on the internet. I was never forced to come here and tell you guys that I live with my boyfriend at the age of 22. That can't be the comeback that you think it is. You can't be like, oh my god, I sleep around, but you're the same because you live with a man that didn't marry you. I literally sleep with one man. Like, what are you saying? You guys are so funny. People are always saying, but you're performing wifely duties for a man that didn't marry you. Who said that? I think a lot of people tend to project their own experiences onto other people. That's where a lot of people go wrong. Because in a lot of people's heads, when you are a woman and you live with a man, you have to always cook. You have to always clean. You have to always do his laundry while your man chills and does nothing. That is not how it works in this relationship. If anything, God blessed me with a man that has accepted that I am not a very domesticated woman. I do not like cooking. I do not like doing hard labor. Most of the time, my boyfriend is the one who does the cooking and I load the dishwasher. We live a very comfortable life together. I'm quite literally a princess in this house and that will never change. Trust me when I tell you that I can take it when people disagree with me, but I will not take disrespect. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Some of us actually do get a happy ending. My mom is the only parent that I have left. She is the closest person to me and I promise you, my mom said yes. Most people who shame me for living with my partner would grab that chance with both hands if they could, okay? You go over to your partner's place every weekend, you cook for him, you clean for him, you do his laundry, but you're gonna come here and judge me for living with my boyfriend? Please. But I'm just gonna leave it right here.
Now, let us talk about how social media is talking about this, right? Guys, let me tell you, ne? Yabona sinning. I will come with this from a biblical point of view. A sin is a sin. Now understand? Adultery, Fornication is a sin. Promiscuity is a sin. So, if you are a sinner, just because your sin is done behind closed doors and you can see other people's sins there on the corridors, on the Instagram, it doesn't mean their sins are any different to yours, because under his shadow of his wing, niyafana, you know? Niyafana, you know? But then, from a moral also standpoint, living with a boy at the age of 22 who has not married you, go wrong. No guys, let's just first call out all the wrongs. Living with a man when you're not married to the man, it's wrong. Ne? But in Siddle's economy, it makes financial sense. It makes financial sense, I understand. And you guys are in a relationship and you love each other. For your emotions and your love and your safety of your body from the STIs and the STDs, it makes sense to just spend yourself with one person, because it's the same as people that go see their boyfriends on weekends. You're still fornicating, kaloko. Once your body parts are together and there's no rings in between you, you're still fornicating. That I understand. Go wrong. Go wrong. But but now, just because you see people that are sleeping around and you are judging them, oh yo, hi, ningolile. That is very tricky, you know, because it's also extremely wrong. Guys, at the end of the day, let me tell you something. As a 33-year-old woman who has lived a long life, I'm 33 years old by biology. I'm 67 years old by experience. I've experienced what it is to date, ne? And to date like different people and exchange body fluids with people, because you are trying to discover yourself, you are trying to find yourself, and finding yourself through sleeping with someone has very devastating consequences. And let me be serious, apart from STIs, STDs, it's the attachment more than anything. I don't know much about soul ties and spiritual attachments and whatever. I'm just talking about the emotional attachments that you have to someone. As a woman, guys, I don't want to lie, I'm emotionally not strong. If I see someone and I like someone and I sleep with someone and that someone decides next week, no, they don't want me anymore, it's hard for me to detach from them and then try something new, because I really thought it was going to work out. So as soon as I learned I'm just going to give people a chance, not using my body. It's easy for me to just detach and cut them off, because once you do nonsense, I'm just like, get away. You can say anything, but you can't say you slept with me. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but you cannot say that you took something from me. Yes, my time you wasted, but you cannot say you took something away from me, you know? Just from a girl's standpoint, your body is literally your bank account. You don't want to deplete that account emotionally and attentionally. You don't want to be walking past a group of boys and 6 of them or 3 of them, if there's 10 of them sitting there, or 6 or 3 of them can all point into you and say, siamaz. That's what my mom used to say to me. She just said, whatever you do, respect your body enough. Wuti, boys can look at you and say, yo, nyamfuna, yo, one day. And it will always just be one day, because you will never give up your emotional and bank account. That's all that I just want you guys to think about. Nah? And don't forget, don't let anyone else tell you what you do with what you want to do. It's all up to you. But I'm just saying that think about your body, because emotionally we are draining. It's hard to detach, man. It's hard out here for a pet. It's super hard. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, don't. I'm not your mother, I'm not your aunt, I'm not your cousin. I am just someone that has lived life and experienced life, and in life I would just rather much deal with one person. Just deal with that one person until we emotionally and physically bankrupt each other. And then masekuphelele, you know, but ngizihloniphile, ngizinakekelile, and I've done what I could on my end to protect myself and my investment, you know. But everything else is up to you. It's down to me. Now understand? Yo, nami ngaze ngapreacha ngimncane.